Yeah, we did it, man!
Yes, of course. Hallo zusammen bei dieFilmfabrik. An Weihnachten hatte ich ein Geschenk für euch mit Ben Stiller. Heute an meinem Geburtstag mache ich mir ein Geschenk, was ich aber mit euch direkt teile, nämlich ein großes X-Men-Special. Wie treue Abonnenten von auch Instagram und Twitter und meinem Zweitkanal wissen, war ich hier auf dem X-Men World Trip und dort habe ich Darsteller getroffen. Ellen Page, Patrick Stewart, Michael Fassbender, James McAvoy, Peter Dinklage und Hugh Jackman, in Klammern der netteste Mensch der Welt. Viel Spaß dabei, das ist was ganz Besonderes. Ich war extra in New York für euch. Leute, in New York! Starten wir das Ding.
Hi. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Dominic.
Became a superstar in the last years. I think so. Yes. And when did you realize, okay, I did it. Dream become reality. Was there a moment like this?
Well, I gotta ask myself if this was the dream I had. I like working for sure, but the attention, if that's what you're referring to, that as you said, superstars get, that terrifies me. But I do like being a working actor, for sure.
You both became superstars in the last year, so did you had ever the moment where you said, okay, now we did it. We are having this dream come true.
Yeah, we did it, man!
Yes, of course. That was the reaction we came here to New York. So, wow, yes, we did it!
Maybe we should do that on the red carpet.
When did you realize, okay, I did it. It's amazing. A dream came true.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, obviously things change when, you know, people, you know who you are a bit or come up to you or what have you. And I think right now I'm feeling the most excited because I'm getting to start to produce and create my own work, and I think that's making me feel so grateful to sort of have that control and create.
We're on a completely X-Men world trip, so we move on Sunday to Moscow, and then we come back to Sao Paulo, and then we turn back to Germany.
Wow.
And yes, and it's...
Wow, man. For your first trip, you're doing it in style.
Yes. You don't have words for that.
Good on
you. Do you still have kind of moments where you have
all
amazing.
the time.
Oh, it's awesome.
You know, my wife and I often say, because I travel a lot, Australians, we travel, and for years I traveled everywhere, at the back of planes, cheapest, you name it, right? So every time I walk into a plane and I turn left and not right, we still get really excited. When I go to a hotel, the first hotel I ever stayed in my life, I was probably 18 or 21 or something. I still jump up and down on the bed. I think if you can't really enjoy those things, you know, staying in great hotels or going to cities or the amazing things I get an opportunity to do, you know, that you should snap yourself out of it.
We will meet again in Sao Paulo because our trip is from New York, Moscow, Sao Paulo. It's a time traveling party, 8 days, and this.
So from never leaving Europe, you're going everywhere.
everywhere.
Oh, Lord, yes. I have traveled a great deal, but there's still a lot more to do. Only a month ago, I was in Andalusia for the first time, and of course determined to see the great sights, but unprepared for how many glorious sights there would be and how many wonderful experiences that I would have there. But I saw things that I shall never forget, including things that, you know, were not thought to be that worthy of attention if you were a tourist with a little bit of time. I love traveling, which is fortunate because I'm going to do a lot of it in the next couple of weeks. No experiences are ever wasted on actors, nor should they be on anyone, of course. It's all money in the bank for us, experience, that is, because it's, along with our imagination, it's all we have to work with, you know? And you can get a lot of money in the bank from seeing the world.
Do you have any favorite movie in which you wanted to have the leading role, but you didn't? Maybe a 20 years, 30 years, 40 years old movie.
Oh my God. Movies went back that far?
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to be a part of my favorite movies because they would no longer be my favorite movies because I'd have like, I would be in it and I have a tricky time watching myself. So I feel like I would destroy my favorite movies. So, yeah, no. Let them be as beautiful as they are without my help, for sure.
Okay.
Oh no! If it's a movie that I love, then I'm probably blown away by whoever is doing the performance, and so I don't think I would ever think of myself in anything like that.
I see everything is wow, amazing, awesome, because it's the first time. What's a wow, amazing moment for you to be here right now in New York for the X-Men? Do we have this wow moment?
Yeah, well,
Yes.
just so thrilled to, for fans to see it, quite frankly, because I saw the movie and I was like, wow,
Yes.
and I had such a good time and was so blown away by it and also so moved by it, and to me it hit all the marks. So I just feel so excited to be a part of it and so grateful and excited for it to go out into the world, yeah.
And why is X-Men such an important movie for you? If you think about tolerance and respect each other, I think there's lots of these topics in X-Men.
And for some reason, it's always relevant and continues to be. Unfortunately, it's still relevant because there's still such great intolerance in the world. But you always have to keep fighting the good fight, and whether it be a movie like this or what you do, the smallest thing day to day, to make the world a better place, for sure.
Well, I think it's cool to be a part of something that does speak to otherness and difference and how people's fear of that leads to inequality and oppression and oftentimes violence, and that hopefully we can all evolve past that together and be kinder to one another. And, as a gay person, that's what I hope for. And so, yeah, it's cool.
Lots of respect. I really love it.
Thanks, man. So, yeah, it's cool to be involved with a film that I think is awesome and visually awesome and all of those things, but also does have that message.
Mutants is another euphemism for those people who are disenfranchised, who are misunderstood, or, let's face it, teenagers, right? I think people really relate to it, even though they've got super abilities, and they're very, very human with human frailties, and the movie speaks to that whole theme of tolerance and acceptance and second chances. And, I'm a parent, so I'm trying to preach that all the time to my kids, so it's great for them to be able to watch a movie that they enjoy and get that message as well.
What kind of feeling is it to be one of the most important characters in sci-fi history and even one of the most important in comic history, Professor X?
It's delightful. I am not a special fan of science fiction or fantasy or comic books. Heretical, I know, in this environment, but that's how it is. But if the world were to end at lunchtime today, and that's what I was remembered for, except, of course, if the world ended, there'd be nobody to remember, would they? But let's say if it all ended for me at lunchtime today, if I choked on a fishbone or something, and Captain Picard and Charles Xavier would be my memory, I would be perfectly content with that. I admire both characters, and I feel, on the whole, pretty good about the work that I did when I was on those two series.
Is there a difference for you between shooting a movie or shooting a TV show like Game of Thrones?
I mean, the only difference is the amount of time you get with the TV show is much more than with the films. I've done about 50 hours worth of TV for the Game of Thrones. So it's a slower burn. You get to explore a bit more if the writing is high quality like it is on the show and this, of course. But yeah.
We see your character in this X-Men very concentrated in these moments.
Yeah.
And the visual effects make these scenes even for everyone understandable, because you shoot it and there is nothing coming out of your hands. Yeah. How is it to shoot this stuff, being serious all the time? Because it's all the time this ooh, and you have to show your emotions. I think it's very, very difficult.
Yeah, weirdly, yeah. You just have to sort of sit in one place and you can't move your body at all, but have to emote. Yeah.
And the fifth day is okay.
Yeah, interesting acting exercise. Yeah, but here I am in a room with HUGH JACKMAN, who is one of the loveliest people on the planet, and working with Ian and Patrick, and not only an insanely talented cast, but some of the loveliest people you could meet. So it's a pretty major joy to be in a room with those people all day.
You have a very long career. What kind of advices would you give young actors who wants to be like you, like other actors?
Oh, to actors who want to be like me, who want to be starring in movies or on the Broadway stage, I would say don't even start. Give it up now. If that's what you want,
okay.
You're guaranteed disappointment.
Do you watch YouTube? Do you have any time to watch any other program?
Charlie bit my finger. What is it? Yeah, I've got a laptop, of course. Watch that stuff for sure.
And do you have
not like as much as some other people I know that sort of obsess in front of their computers. I sort of try to keep it to a minimum.
Okay. Do you have any time?
There's a whole world outside of your computer, people.
Okay,
you know? A lot of people are like doing this and doing this and doing this all day long, and it's like, if you look up, there's a beautiful world around you. Just saying.
First time in New York. Do you have any advices where I have to go?
Oh yeah, man. How many days have you got here?
2.
Don't sleep.
Okay.
Don't sleep. You got to go and see a show.
Okay.
You go and see a theatre show, all right? So you go down to Times Square, and there's a TKTS booth, and they do half-price tickets of any seat that's not sold. Just grab anything,
everything.
Just go down there, ask them what's the best thing, go and see it, because there's nothing like seeing theatre on Broadway. I would, what else? I would get a city bike and ride around or walk around. Don't catch the subway. Every block is like another country. Everywhere you turn, you'll be something you've never seen before. And it's the people on the street. It's the best people watching in the world, man.
The one that your friends call you?
Dopo.
Dopo?
Dopo.
Hey. Dopo. Happy birthday. And greetings to all. Welcome to the party. Herzliche Glückwunsch zum Geburtstag, Dominik.
Great, thank you very much.
Für mich war das ein unglaublich spannendes Erlebnis, deswegen habe ich auch versucht, so wenig wie möglich da rauszuschneiden. Ist ein bisschen länger geworden, aber hey, wann trifft man schon 6 Weltstars auf einmal? Das passiert selten, und wer dafür noch ein bisschen mehr sehen will, und Tadl hat ja auch noch Leute getroffen, nämlich dieselben, ich habe ihn ja mitgenommen, habe ich euch hier verlinkt im Sendertime-Video, das ging ja auch online. Wer aber sagt, Dominik, ich würde eigentlich gerne noch so wissen, was hast du bei der Reise eigentlich gemacht? Wir haben ja fleißig gevloggt, da kommen auch noch neue Videos, habe ich euch direkt mal meine X-Men World Trip Playlist von meinem Zweitkanal verlinkt. Es lohnt sich eigentlich bei beiden drauf zu klicken. Ich kann mich nicht entscheiden, ich würde beides nehmen, kriegt ihr die volle Dröhnung, und wir sehen uns bald wieder bei einer neuen Filmkritik hier bei die Filmfabrik mit mir. Das zelebriere ich heute, dem Dominik.